What up, YouTube fam? This is your girl Glam Cam. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. So make sure you click that like button to, support your girl. But anyway, we're going to get into the Baxters. We're going to do a part one of the breakdown. I just wanted to come at you guys and give you some stories, recaps, and everything like that. We could say it's all allegedly. So if you want to just, sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, so we're going to get into the Baxter family. If you guys, many of you guys probably follow them. We all know that right now, Mrs. Baxter and her daughter, Ashley, are not seeing eye to eye. I personally don't like family, distractions and, families breaking apart like that. But, I just wanted to break down on some things that if you all watch them, you will notice this. Okay, so we all know that we know the Baxters a lot through their little son, you know, and we also know that how Ebony always presented herself. We know what she went through, but we also know that she presented herself as, she's happy about her sobriety. We are too. She got right with the Lord. She just wanted to help others. Um, so we see that she got the man of her life that she deserves. It came to a point, it was just her household, at one point. And, she lost her son. That is very sad, Um, I'm not going to speak on that. I'm just saying I felt after that it seemed like she wanted to take in more, people, to be a part of her life and see if she can make a difference in their life. And that's a good thing. She also had like a best friend at one point that she helped out before, and she even bought the friend a truck. And it came to a point. The friend was the baby girl's godmother. The friend was Ebony's baby girl godmother. But it came to a point that the friend decided one day to just leave the keys at Ebony house and said, I don't want to be friends anymore. And then it seemed like that lady started saying certain things about Ebony and just like spreading rumors or whatever the case like that. So I guess they was no longer, friends anymore. So it came at one point that Ebony was like, I'm not letting anyone in my home. It's just gonna be me and my kids. I tried being a friend. That's why I'm nervous to make friends, and that's why I'm not gonna do it again. Yada yada yada. So she start getting, more supporters on her page, and a few of them they start sending more money. I think one of them was like Addie. uh I forgot a few of the other ones names, but then she's Night and Crew and all of that stuff, and she befriended them. She kept in touch with them. She also had rekindled her relationship with her daughter, who was residing in New York at the time, Ashley. But prior to Ashley coming into the picture to Georgia, we also was introduced to Serena, which is Ebony's sister. And we was introduced to Serena. We got a chance to find out that Serena ended up moving down to Georgia. Her child father lived down there as well. Um, and she once was working for her sister Ebony. Once Ebony, the friend that left the keys at Ebony house, once she was off the picture. Oh, once she was off the picture, I think Mr. Baxter had a cousin that was in the picture at the time named Tyresa, and because Tyresa's no longer in the picture too. But at that time, she was in the picture as well. And then there was Serena. So I know Serena used to come by, and Ebony used to put her on blast a little bit, like, "Oh, your armpit's a little musty, your breath a little hot. Did you clean yourself? Quit going in my refrigerator. Quit eating my food." Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. If you guys watch them old lives, if the people that know, they know. If you know, you know. So she was like, putting the girl on blast. I didn't even know the girl was a woman, an older woman at that point when somebody talking to you like that. I mean, especially on the camera. I don't know. We don't know what she personally got going on, but when somebody put it on live like that for the world to see and watch thousands and over a time, people, you can't present stuff to the world and get mad at the people, us, wanting or other content creators speaking up on it because you're showing it, you know. But anyway, so Serena worked for her for a while. I know she put it on blast that she was tired of Serena bringing, eating her food, not bringing her own lunch to come work there. Serena at one point felt like, yeah, I can come eat here. That's, hey, you my sister, blah, blah, blah. And then it came to a point, Ebony was like, look, change the code on the door. Certain people's not welcome here, blah, blah, blah. So, and then Serena was not welcomed in the home. And we all knew that had something to do with um, the mishandling of a child or something. We learned that later on that it was because of mishandling of a child. Miss Ebony came back and then, but we're not trying to bring that back up because now Miss Ebony and her sister is trying to get back on the better path. But we'll get on that on another part. But also, so I think it was Tyresa around. The niece end up she ended up reaching out to Ebony, which is, her name is Kyler. She ended up reaching out to Ebony. She wanted to, like, Auntie, I need to get out of this situation up here in New York. Can I please come down there with you guys and restart my whole life over? So Ebony, she wanted to take on that. That was her favorite sister daughter, so she didn't mind taking on that responsibility. She's like, sure. She waited till the niece got of age. I think the niece graduated, did all she had to do, and her auntie. But at those times too, Ebony was rekindling the relationship with her daughter Ashley. So it's like at the time when she was rekindling that relationship with her daughter Ashley, she also was adding in many other people to to her life as well. And to me, to be honest, I felt like she should have. We could say should have, could have, would have, but I feel like she should have just kind of held off on the other people for a while and kind of get the feel of Ashley. Because it's like when she had Ashley in the picture, she had everyone else start coming into the picture as well, and that was like, kind of, she couldn't get that feel with her daughter, because that's a deep situation. People can we can say we can forgive and forget, and we true enough can, but sometimes the forget part be kind of hard to do. And it seemed like they needed some special one-on-one bonding, no matter how much they think we feel good at the moment. That healing there, honey, that needed some serious, serious bonding time, like some Ayana fix my life type of time. Because I think in the back of that baby girl's mind, which is actually when she see that love her mother had for that man and they created them new children, and sometimes that triggers her at times to see that, it seemed like to just know, like, why you didn't, she's probably still, she says she's during the healing process, we know that, and that's good, but I know that could probably possibly trigger her at times to the point it will make her do things the unthinkable. So, okay, so I know Ebony and Ashley. I don't know if Ashley came down there and visited at one point, but I know one point she came to visit, but I don't know if it was yet. She just came for a quick minute, and because I know her mother was deciding, like, is we gonna hug each other? We're not much huggers, and so, but I know when the niece Kyler had reached out, they had Ashley like booked the plane ticket, and then they had Tyree to pick her up from the airport. So she came into the picture. And at that time, it was like Mr. Baxter was like, well, I might as well start having my friends and family move in then. And then Ebony was like, don't you even think about it. He was like, how you just going to say somebody is going to move in then? He was really saying it. And if you guys, allegedly, but if you guys watch them lives, y'all will remember when Mr. Baxter was like, why are you finna have somebody move? I can go have somebody move in too. He sure enough did. He said it. And Ebony was like, you better, no, 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 no. Okay, so Tyrese, they went and got Kyler. I know Ebony was like, a little bit down the line, not too far when the girl was there, they had her friend come visit. And and I know Tyrese was in the picture with that a lot, and then that kind of helped Chris out because Chris started, getting more hip. He was around young teens his age, so that was definitely good for him. That's, I don't want to talk about the underage kids too much because this is an adult show, so I'm not even speaking of no children. But anyway, let's just say it brought light to the other children when that niece did come, so that was a plus. So she had her friends there, and Eb, was honored to take more people into her life, and and she was like, that'll be good for Kyler, give her a feel of, being that back home in New York. But come to find out, one of the girls was, basically Kyler's ex. So so the girls came, they left. She left at one minute. Excuse me, guys. One of the friends, she left at 1 minute, and then her and another friend ended up coming back, and something happened at that time once again at an amusement park. Ebony had them gone. She was like, I sent them home. We're gonna ship them their stuff. I mean, they was at the amusement park somewhere out of state. Ebony had them girls gone. They kept up. They started some mess. Somebody said something, and Ebony had them girls gone. Do you hear me? So, and then next thing you know, let me see what else took place. But next thing you know, a little bit after, Tyresa was out the picture. And I ain't never get the story on that, on how Tyresa was out the picture. I was like, how Tyresa out the picture? Because she was like the hands-on person in that family. She was they called on her for everything. Tyresa do this, Tyresa do that. And she was there, you know. And she's supposed to be like Mr. Baxter's cousin. So I know after all of that, I know they were speaking, Addie, that's when Addie and Ashley was speaking of they're going to be moving down there, and that was going to be a big thing like that. So then i think that's when, like, let me see. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so yeah, I think they all moved down there around the same time, Addie and Ashley, and then it was somewhere down the, I'm wondering, did AJ move down there first? I'm thinking so, because next thing you know, Mr. Baxter had like, hey, one of my friends are coming too. One of my friends are coming too. And I remember Ebony had a live. She was so excited when AJ was there. She was like, ladies, do you guys want to date AJ? He lives in Gwinnett County. He lives here and there, and he got this and that. And she was like, y'all want to date AJ? Anybody want to date AJ? What age range you going to do, AJ? What age? I know you guys remember that. I know y'all remember that. And yeah, so I'm just saying. Okay. So next thing they was taking trips and everything. But I think at that time they took some trips with the girls and stuff before they went back, which was Kyler friends. They took a couple trips with her. We have not we didn't see AJ in the picture like that. Neither have we seen Serena at that much at the time. But somehow it was just that AJ was at the Baxter's house a lot more. And then it was I think Serena somehow got back in the picture. Ashley was hanging around. The niece start opening up a little bit, more than what she was. And next thing you know, Ebony, and then Addie was around, and then the Tiffany Ellington. But next thing you know, Ebony, she start doing all the things that she says she usually don't do. She start like cussing more. She wasn't talking of Christ. She was upset more. Somebody was saying something and doing something and keeping up mess and stirring up things. And she was like, at first she was like, it's Serena, Serena, Serena. So we all thinking like it's Serena. And she could just, and Ebony, each day it was like it was like, this ain't the Ebony we used to, that's cut soaps and humble. Like, guys, I'm just keeping the Lord in front of my, path. And she was not giving that at all. She was not getting, it was like hip hop music time. And not saying she can't listen to her music, but I mean, it was some serious turn up. But I understood that. I was like, maybe she just, living in her moment. Next thing you know, it was times that she was like, I'm finna get my BBL. And that's fine. I'm not against BBLs at all. But she was ready to get her BBL. And she's like, I'm getting this done. I'm getting that done. And I'm gonna do, but I ain't gonna use it for twerking, because back then she was like, I'm gonna get it done, but it ain't gonna be for twerking and all that, because she was like, I don't really want to get it because I don't want to start back getting into that stuff. But then later on, she was like, yes, I'm gonna be doing this and I'm gonna be doing that. Don't get me wrong, she could do it if she want, but like I said, if you're presenting it to the audience, what we gonna think? We gonna be like, huh? So she just flipped the script. What way she wanted to be. So I'm just saying. So I was like, which way she wanted to be. And then her husband, he's just a go with the flow type of man. He gonna let Ebony do her thing. So he like, hey, with Ebony, whatever she choose that she wanna do, and that's fine too. But all I need to say is that somehow Ebony, she just was like, not that same Ebony we knew. She was living more at a faster speed. It's like she couldn't grasp the concept of what was going on. Her daughter, Ashley, is a strong figure herself. Now, Ashley, she's more of a, she have a lot of advice to give. It seemed like she kind of will think she can override what you're saying because she's always right. And I think her mother is the same way. So sometimes two people like that can kind of clash because they both powerful, um, opinionated people, or the way they see it must go that way. Um, I know the situations did get kind of hyped up with Ashley around because she's much of a younger lady than her mother, and of course the crew that her mother had. But that's not what Ebony always presented. She was presenting church. We're gonna be good. We're not gonna be cussing. We're gonna behave this way. That's what she was giving, but it was no more of that. And I'm telling you, once you start going back into that way of a lifestyle, it will stir up stuff. People will start getting things started. It will be a more, she said this and he said this. It will start being a situation of that because it's a crowd of too many. When you're supposed to start it off small, getting that relationship together with you and your daughter first, and then inviting the friends in. Once you and your daughter get that understanding, because now you're trying to mix all the friends with your daughter and build, and everything's kind of crumbling apart. And Ashley, she the type like, no, this is not crumbling apart because of this. This is not crumbling apart because of this. This is crumbling apart for something. So this is just going to be part one of it, because I want to get more into part two. So if you guys want to like this video, and I want to get started on part two. So we're just going to leave it as in Ashley saying that this is not the reason for this. This is not the reason for that. While the whole time Ebony is trying to figure out what is going on. So it's like they both kind of playing some type of tricks with each other mind, and it's sad. This whole situation, it's just like, okay, we'll get into that part two. Like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. All right, take care.